Hey, what's for brunch today? Tranquille papa, aquí el mejor plato. Saumon en croûte, toute une histoire. Salmon Wellington and scallop spinach mousseline. First, salmon. To have a good grip on the fish, just use a paper towel. So the way you take the skin off, you just make a slit here, holding the tail end by the flap. Run your knife in the opposite direction between the skin and the flesh. Now it looks like snake skin, isn't it? I am so scared. Trim off fatty part and discard. Square the fish. Save scraps for your next lemon butter salmon pasta, for instance. That sounds yummy. Keep a good pound for the Wellington and save leftover for steaks. Next, in a hot non-stick pan, sear fillet 2 minutes on each side. This step can actually be skipped. Raw fish can definitely be used in your Wellington. Next, blanching spinach. Although Popeye never did that, well, you just have to give a quick cook in salted, boiling water and cool in ice water. Drain well and squeeze out remaining moisture using paper towels. By the way, I got this fantastic recipe from Michelin star chef Didier Helena, who worked under Paul Bocuse and Alain Ducasse, now famous in New York and Chicago. Yes, mom? First, I'm going to blend my scallops, super cold scallops. How about that? Come here, baby. Then I'm gonna add egg whites, salt, cream, softened butter, and spinach. Popeye's favorite food. Your food processor does it. So easy and straightforward. And you'll see how much flavor and texture is going to give to your fish wrapped in pastry. It's quite amazing. I'm gonna use phyllo dough for this recipe, but you know what? Brioche dough and puff pastry are welcome. Speaking of which, I'm gonna superimpose 6 sheets of phyllo dough, generously buttered. You wanna make sure though, before you start using your phyllo dough sheets, they are in good shape. If you buy them frozen, let thaw overnight in a refrigerator. If broken into pieces, you don't wanna use it. Spread equal amount of scallop spinach mousseline in between the fish. Roll into a log. Brush out more melted butter to seal the seam and sides, and chill before searing and baking. Though if you use brioche dough or puff pastry, you want to skip the searing step, of course, but rather egg wash and bake on a baking tray and pizza stone. The pizza stone is going to help baking the dough. You know, there's nothing worse than undercooked pastry. I do insist, because you see that very often. It reminds me, not that long ago, I went to a winery in San Diego and I got a cheese Wellington, and the puff pastry wrapped around was raw, a complete disaster. Well, quite frankly, if you would do that in my restaurant, you'll get chopped. So, sear the beast 1 minute on each side and bake for 25 minutes. And let rest 10 minutes before cutting. What I am going to make next? My beurre blanc, a classic butter-based emulsified sauce served with fish. Cook down and reduce shallots, white wine and vinegar almost to dry, so you just want to have a tiny bit left on the bottom of the saucepan. Then throw in cold chunks of butter, a little at a time. The trickiest part here is to control the heat. It must not boil, but rather melt slowly, creating a silky emulsion. Indeed, the beurre blanc sauce should never go over 120 Fahrenheit, 50 degrees Celsius. Once done, sieve and keep warm. I hope, guys, you have enjoyed this Salmon Wellington episode. To get the full recipe, go to brunoskitchen.net. For now, please subscribe, like my page on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest at Bruno Albouze. Bon appétit and see you next time!